What's up, Sneaky Nation? SnEaKyPxx here, back with all the news after Week 8 in year number 5 of our Columbus Aviators franchise, where the Aviators picked up a win over the San Diego Chargers to improve to 7-1 on the season. Next up, we have the 2-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going to be back on the road for this one. However, you know, our team's really coming together lately. We did a great job getting pressure on the young quarterback Artie Bell last week and forced him into some bad throws. And we're hoping we can do the same thing here again this week. Next up, we have a bye week after this, so that'll be a nice little break for our players, especially with all the injuries that we have right now. Getting them back should be key. Let's go ahead and finish off scouting here, and we might be able to get into our first wave of actually scouting some players this week. So I'm very excited about that. We definitely are interested in getting into this. You know, usually I always go ahead and scout the first trade of every player, and that kind of opens things up for who to look at next. And we will only have 36 points to work with this week, but that's still pretty solid. So we don't really have a whole lot of needs. Our passing game is still pretty rough, but look at this. This is actually looking like maybe the best draft that we have had yet. A lot of A's, a lot of B pluses. That's what I love to see. And I think this might be the best draft that we have had yet. Look at this, A+ throw power for JT Farmer. Interesting there. Not that I need a quarterback necessarily, but there's another one, Tyler Cross. Some guys that we're at least going to have to keep an eye on here. But this is looking like a very good draft just at first impressions here. I'm stoked about that. We'll have to see how it all evaluates further. Let's go ahead and, oh, see, now that's a huge drop-off going to that. I like to see another B trait there. This guy's B+ press. I can no longer scout anymore, though, so we'll have to check out Sean Hamilton later. Interesting, though. This guy's got some good size at 6'2", another player we'll have to keep an eye on. But I'm pretty stoked looking at that. Definitely looking like a very good draft class for us right now. And hopefully that turns out to be the case. We'll check out injuries for us and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, see what we got going on here. And just some more, same old injuries, more weeks to go. Chris Austin, an 81 overall wide receiver, is going to be out for the Buccaneers, as well as Brad Jones. Okay, let's go ahead and check out their depth chart. So they don't really have a whole lot of injuries that would explain their poor record, kind of like the Chargers do. The Chargers actually rated out as having a better overall than our team. All those injuries just really wrecked them on the offensive line. Jameis Winston in his 5th season, 87 overall. Hunter Ryan there. At running back, Amir Abdullah going to be there with DeMarcus Taylor. At fullback, they have Lonnie Pryor. At wide receiver, Mohamed Sanu. Nice free agent acquisition for them. Marlon Brown, Albert Wilson, Rayvon Sellers, Marquise Lee, and then Chris Austin out with that injury. So that's actually a big blow to them, as they do not have the best receiving core there. Virgil Green, a player I like a lot, though, is going to be there at tight end for them. Offensive line looking pretty solid so far. There's Gabe Jackson. We're all too familiar with him. Pretty solid offensive line with some depth as well. Right tackle, not great. Gerald McCoy at left end for them. They have Armstead as well with Jason Pierre-Paul there at defensive tackle. Eckford Dickerson. So a very good defensive line here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Kennard out of USC going to be left outside linebacker. Brandon Spikes and Mason Foster at that middle linebacker spot. Levante David at right outside linebacker. Alteron Burner and Jeremy Lane making it happen at corner for them. Jerome Miles at free safety. They have Micah Hyde behind him, though. Micah Hyde seems to be better. I mean, they have a lot of depth on this team, like across the board, just everywhere. They seem to have some depth. There's Cersei. We are familiar with him as well. Interesting team, you know. Nothing stands out as a great team, obviously, but they do have quite a lot of solid players. Now, I don't know that that's going to get it done against the Aviators here, but you never know. It's going to be a road game. It's going to be interesting to see how everything pans out. 7-1 right now. We'll look at the standings. Colts sitting at 5-3. Texans 4-4. The Jaguars down at 3-4. And let's see if we have any undefeated teams. The Steelers, the last undefeated team. The 49ers lost. In fact, they lost 2 since we last looked, I believe. And the Packers lost as well. So we are still sitting here as the 3rd best record overall, technically 2nd, though the Packers rank ahead of us at the moment. Not sure why. Our defense seems to be better, our offense seems to be better, and we've played one less game than they have. But still, the Steelers offense is just wrecking everybody, and their defense is looking just as good. Really unbelievable showing from them. The Dolphins have a really good defense here, despite only a 4-3 record. Interesting to see that. Points forced, and the Aviators, third best offense in the NFL right now. Got to be happy with that. But you see the Colts really putting in some work again. If their defense can tighten it up, man, Andrew Luck is going to be something to be feared later on in the season. Let's go ahead and check out the stats from around the week. Here we go. And we will check out the yearly awards maybe in the next episode, I'm thinking. Maybe we'll look at MVPs really quick, and that's it for this one. Cam Newton, 28 of 36, 4 passing touchdowns for him and a rushing touchdown. Jason Pierre-Paul, a guy we are about to see with 6 tackles, 3 sacks, and a fumble forced. Ewing again, Jeffrey Ewing making it happen. 22 of 35, 348 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. And then Rafael Reyes, 6 tackles and 4 sacks against that depleted offensive line of the San Diego Chargers. We'll check out the MVP award really quick. Not records. I don't know why I clicked that. And then that'll probably wrap it up. So let's see what the yearly awards are looking at right now. And Max Austin leading the way. Tyson Russell coming in at number 2. Jeffrey Ewing at 3. Cam Newton 4. Le'Veon Bell 5. Andrew Luck 6. Jimmy Garoppolo for the Steelers here at number 7. Josh Broussard at 8. Russell Wilson 9. And Nate Keller coming in at number 10 for the 3 and 5 Patriots. And then you got the Seahawks really struggling, only at 3 and 4 right now. Very interesting to see that. Really not panning out for them too much right now. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. And I will see you guys in Week 9 as we take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Later.